Let's talk about marketing. There is a famous magazine called A&M Advertising and Marketing, and its tagline is "Business is marketing." That's critically important to understand. If you have set up a business organization, you've got fantastic technology, fantastic people, great product, but nobody buys your product. There is no sales, there is no marketing, there is not a single customer. Nobody has paid you money for your product. Then you are not doing business. So without marketing, there can be no business. So marketing is crucial. Even Peter Drucker, a famous management thinker, said the only valid purpose of a business is creating a customer. So basically, there should be a customer who buys from you, to whom you sell, to whom you market. Even Gandhiji talked about the importance of a customer. So marketing is critically important. Sometimes there is some difference or there is some confusion about the difference between marketing and sales. What is marketing and what is sales? One difference is the difference in approach. Marketing is more focused on the customer. Who is your customer? Identify your customer, focus on your customer, identify that customer's needs, and try to satisfy those needs. So your whole focus is on customer, and your job is to identify that the needs of the customer and try to satisfy those needs. So your whole focus is on that. In sales, the focus is more on you and your product. You are not bothered too much about the customer in that. Rather than you are more bothered about, my interest is in selling this particular thing, my interest in finding a buyer for this, my interest in is in my product and my business. I am interested in making money by selling it to somebody. So I have to get hold of somebody and somehow convince him that he needs it. Of course, I can't sell it to him unless I convince him that there is a need, but I am less bothered about his need than my need. In marketing, his need is important, his or her need. I am focused on what he needs or she needs and how do I satisfy that need through my product. Here I am more focused about my need to sell my product to him. So that takes precedence, that takes priority. And I am trying to push it to him, somehow convince him that he needs it, whether he needs it or not, or I am able to successfully convince him eventually. So there is that approach that is a different thing. The other difference is of course in the process or the function. Sales is the actual selling, exchange of goods for which the customer pays you money and all that. And marketing is everything that happens before, after, and around sales, the planning, the strategy, and all that. So sales is a part of marketing. There is that difference between marketing and sales in terms of approach and in terms of the overall scheme of things, in which sales is a subset of marketing. How does the sales process happen? I mean, there is the AIDA model: attention, interest, desire, and action. Somehow the customer notices your product or you bring it to his notice. Then he or she develops an interest in the product. After that, there is a desire in the mind of the customer to buy that product. And finally, the customer takes action by actually buying that product. So the AIDA model explains the sales process: attention, interest, desire, and action. AIDA. How do you, or what would make a product sell? 4 A's. The customer must be aware of your product. There must be awareness in the market that there is such a product available from such a company or by such a company. The product must have attraction or appeal for the customer. The customer must find the product appealing, attractive. The customer must find it affordable. And the product should be available. So if these 4 criteria are met, then sales can happen. Awareness has to be there about your product. The product should be attractive or appealing. There should be appeal or attractiveness or attraction for the product. It should be affordable. There should be affordability for that particular customer. And the product should be available. There should be availability of the product. The customer wants to buy the product but doesn't know where to buy it from, or the product is just not available in the store, or he knows about it and everything else is there. He knows about it. He finds it interesting. He can afford it, but when he wants to buy it, it is not there. It is just not available. It has yet to be produced or delivered, or the store has run out of stocks or whatever. So those 4 A's have to happen. How do you sell more? By finding more users, more customers. I'm selling to 5 people, now I'm selling to 7 people, then 10 people. So more and more people buy my product, then my sales will go up. So more users, more usage. I'm brushing only once a day. Now I'm told that I should brush twice a day, maybe in the morning and before going to bed. So then the toothpaste consumption would double because I'm using toothpaste twice. So I'm buying more toothpaste. So more usage of that particular product. More people buy your toothpaste. They use it more, maybe twice a day or thrice a day. The other is new usage. The same product is basically used for one particular thing. Now the customer finds another usage for it. So that also helps in getting it out. For example, let's take the example of a mobile phone. A mobile phone is not only used for communication. Another use or new use is it's a camera. Another use is it's a wristwatch. It's a calendar. Maybe I don't need to buy a camera now. I don't need to buy a wristwatch. The mobile that I was using as a communication device is a camera, a wristwatch, a calendar. It's also entertainment. So the mobile phone finds more and more usages, right? So by discovering new usages, the sales would go up through either you convince the customer that this can be used in a different way or put in those features, or the customer discovers new usages. You find more users or more buyers and you convince them to use it more often. That is how sales would increase. We'll talk about it in detail later on also. Thank you.